Hey guys, this is our last Junior Achievement BizTown lesson before um, our field trip. So listen, I've only got 4 permission forms for you guys to go on the field trip. I would love for all of you to come. So if you can get those into me today. So next week we have Monday and Tuesday off, and then you guys need to be at the school at Davis Middle School by 8:30 Wednesday morning. Okay, I won't see you on Monday and Tuesday, remind you. So don't forget about that. All right. So let's go through the last few things that we want to talk about as far as the field trip goes. So let me find my mouse here. So when a business owner sells a product, he or she must decide for what price each item they should charge, right? They got to decide the price of the item. If I offer to sell you your favorite candy bar, what is the most you'd be willing to pay for it? You might say, well, it depends, right? If I'm pretty hungry and I really want something to eat and I have some cash in my pocket, I may give you $3 or $4 for that candy bar. But if you just eaten, you don't have a lot of money, you're not very interested, you may not be willing to give me very much money for it at all, right? So if I purchased the candy bar for 50 cents, would I be a good business person if I sold it to you for 30 cents? No, I'd be a terrible business person. So every time a business owner sells something, they must make some profit off of it. So they have to consider the costs. So they have to purchase everything that is sold, or right? Or even if they're making something, they have to purchase the materials that they needed to make this item. So they have to cover their costs for the purchasing it or other supplies needed to make it. They have to pay their salaries for themselves and their other workers. They have to pay for the building that they're using to make these products, so on and so forth. So it's important. You cannot be successful business if you do not make a profit. So you have to figure out how to price your items. All right. So what is a profit? A profit is the amount of money you make on your product after deducting the cost, how much it costs you to actually make the product, take that away, and all the money left over is what you get to keep as profit. If you set a price, you want to make sure you keep in mind the cost, how much it costs you to make the product, and the revenue. How much are you going to sell your item for? So if you price your product too high, not many people are going to buy them. You're going to sell a lot less than you wanted to. If you price your product too low, you're going to either make very little profit, or sometimes it might even cost you to sell that product if you price your product too low. If your price is less than your cost, you're going to lose money on each item that you sell. So you have to find that really picky place right in the middle. So let's look at some prices and the number of glasses of lemonade sold. So when the lemonade was priced for 50 cents, 10 glasses were sold. When they changed the price to 40 cents, they doubled the number of glasses sold, 20. When they made it 30 cents, they tripled the number of glasses sold to 30 numbers of glasses. And then when they priced it at 20 cents, they sold 4 times more lemonade than when they had it at 50 cents. However, let's look at how much profit they made. So for 50 cents per cup times 10 glasses, that gave them a revenue of $5, but it cost them $2.50 to make the lemonade and put it in the cups and the ice and the workers. So they profited $2.50 for selling 10 glasses of lemonade. When they made the price lower by 10 cents, the revenue went up to $8. Their cost also went up, but they made more profit. They made $3 for selling those 20 glasses of lemonade. When they sold it for $30, 30 cents, the revenue went up to $9 by selling 30 glasses. Their cost also went up, and look at the profit. They actually made less profit than they did when the lemonade was 50 cents a glass and 40 cents a glass. Now they sold the most at 20 cents a cup. So they made $8 revenue. 40 cups times 20 cents is $8. However, look at this. It cost them $10 to make those 40 cups, and they actually lost money by selling those 40 cups of lemonade because their price was way too low. So 40 cents a cup benefited them the most. They made the most profit when they sold their lemonade for 40 cents each. All right. And so sometimes as a business owner, you'll set a price, and then through experimentation, you're going to find out whether, whoa, that was way too high, or whoa, that was way too low. We need to change the price. All right. Excuse me. So you guys have thought about a business that you would create, what you would sell, what your costs would be. You have to pay yourself, you have to pay employees. So it says, answer the questions and be prepared to share your responses. So as if we were, talking amongst ourselves, what must a business consider when setting a selling price for a good or service? What do you guys think? Well, they have to consider their business costs, how much consumers are willing and able to pay, right? What effect might a decrease in price have on sales? Well, when prices go down, more people will buy. Well, that makes sense, right? So if you want some clothes at the mall and your mom says it's too expensive, what do you guys wait for? You wait for that item to go on sale. Why should a business avoid selling a good or a service for less than it costs to produce it? Why would that make sense? A business must earn a profit to remain in business. Number 4, many stores sell end of the season clothes and goods at a low price. Why? Why would they sell those end of season clothes and goods at a low price? Because basically they're trying to get them off their shelves, off their racks. It says these items are no longer popular. The businesses must make room for more new inventories of seasonal items. So sometimes the clearance items will actually be less than their cost, and they might lose a little bit of money, but they're just trying to move it and push those things out. And so businesses consider the risk when they do that. How is the selling price related to the profit? What do you guys think? You're going to multiply the price times however many you sold. That's going to equal your revenue. You take the revenue, you subtract away from it the cost of making that product, and that becomes your profit. So price will affect how much a business sells and how much revenue it earns. So help me fill in these blanks. What do you guys think? Hopefully you'll know the answer to all of these questions. Setting the right blank is important because prices affect the revenue of a business. What would go in that blank? Setting the right price. I bet you said that. Number 2, revenue must be greater than blank to earn a profit. What must the revenue be greater than? Your costs. Exactly right. Number 3, blank are affected by business costs and what consumers will pay. What are affected by business costs and what consumers will pay? The prices, obviously. Businesses consider their blank when setting prices. Their inventory, how many do they have? Is this a popular item? Is this item at the end of the season? It's not very popular. You got to consider what you have when setting prices. A business is blank, including salaries, rent, and utilities. Utilities is how much it pays to, how much it costs to pay your light bill, your water bill, your electricity bill. So a business is blank, including salaries, rent, and utilities must be paid by adding a portion of those expenses to the selling price of each good or service it offers. What do you got to make sure you cover? Your operating costs. All right, how'd you guys do? Did you get them all right? All right, why should I advertise? So let's say I made a product, I want people to buy it. Why would I need to advertise? So advertising is a way of persuading people to want your goods or services. Why is it important that businesses advertise through TV commercials, the internet, radio, magazines, newspapers, sides of vehicles? You ever seen that? Billboards. Why is that important? Obviously, the more people that know about your product, the more things you're going to sell, right? What about you? Do you have a favorite ad? Mostly, a lot of people will, not mostly, but a lot of people will actually watch the Super Bowl just to watch the commercials. And those commercial spots are crazy expensive. Millions of dollars for just like a 30-second commercial. But that's usually when companies get the most creative because they know that people are watching the Super Bowl to see those crazy commercials. What type of ads do you not like? If you don't like an ad, maybe it might affect your opinion of the product. Advertising is an operating cost at Junior Achievement BizTown and in real life. You will need to develop advertising appropriate for your market. Businesses try to target their advertising to the people who might need or want their products. So if you ever watched cartoons and they have a toy come on, they're going to want those young watchers, those young TV watchers to notice that ad and go ask mom and dad, hey, I want this new toy. And so they're actually targeting who that product is made for. When you advertise, you want to grab your potential customer's attention, hold that customer's attention, create a desire for the product. Oh, I really need one of those. And prompt that person to buy your product. All right, that's what a good advertisement will do. It will make whoever sees that advertisement want whatever it is that you're advertising. All right, so there's some companies that's done an incredible job of advertising. In fact, I bet when I tell you the slogan to these companies, you're going to know what company it represents. So let's see how many you guys recognize. Are you ready? What's in your wallet? What business is that? It is Capital One. There are some things that money can't buy. For everything else, there's, what is it? MasterCard. All right, number 3, Eat Fresh. Do you know the company? Oh, I was about to say Blimpie. It's Subway. Eat Fresh. Number 4, the Quicker. It should say Quicker. The Quicker Picker. The Quicker Picker Upper. The Quicker Picker Upper. Yeah, that's what it's called. The Quicker Picker Upper. What is that? It's Bounty paper towels. What about You're in Good Hands with Allstate? Very good. The next one, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. That is, of course, the Golden Arches. The Golden Arches. We have the meats. We have the meats. Arby's. Just do it. Oh, everybody knows that one, right? That would be Nike, right? What about it keeps going and going and going? That would be the Energizer Bunny. Finger licking good. You know that one, Kentucky Fried Chicken. What about the happiest place on earth? And of course, that's a Disney World. So those companies have done an incredible job of advertising so much that these slogans are in our brains and we may not even be aware of it. So if you hear any of these slogans, you automatically think of these products or what these places sell, right? So when you get to Junior Achievement BizTown on Wednesday, you'll receive 2 paychecks. There are 3 salary levels for employees at Junior Achievement BizTown. So you'll either receive checks for $9, $8.50, or $8. Everyone will have to pay a 2% payroll tax. You will write checks or use debit cards for most things you purchase at Junior Achievement BizTown. There are only a few businesses that will allow cash purchases. So anytime you deposit your paycheck, you're going to get 2 paychecks. The maximum amount of cash you're allowed to withdraw each time is going to be $2. So you're going to have to choose carefully. You'll have to fill out deposit slips, keep up with your transactions in your register, open a savings account, and fill out a direct deposit form. You're going to do all this next week at Junior Achievement BizTown. But don't worry, there will be teachers and parent volunteers there to help you out. All right, so they're making an announcement. This is an approximate schedule of what we'll be doing next week. So we'll get there, they'll welcome us. We're going to go into our businesses they give you for about 45 minutes. We're going to have an opening town meeting. We're going to have an employee work break, rotate. So you'll be rotating businesses. We're going to have a staff meeting. You're going to work again. And this time somewhere, we're going to have some lunch. We'll have some business cleanup. We'll have our final staff meeting, and finally our closing town meeting. So that's a kind of what we're going to be doing next week. All right. So like I said, I hope all of you can end up going with us, at least a few more of you, I hope. I think we'll have a great time together. So I hope you all have a wonderful 4-day weekend. Yay, yay, yay. You don't have any social studies work for Friday. And I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy that long weekend, everybody.